Hi, my name is Mpatli, an absolute lover of health and wellness with a deep passion for decoding the science behind it and sharing it. Today we'll be chatting about Promato and its role in cellular support, and I'm here with Ryan from Value Added Life. Ryan, it's an absolute pleasure to chat to you today.
My pleasure, Mpatli. Thank you.
Yeah, I want us to talk about Promato.
So, Promato, this is an interesting one, and as I said before, it's a sensitive product to market because when we say cellular support or advanced cellular support or targeted cellular support, we're really referring to those on a journey to either prevent or to support the big C, which we struggle to talk about because it's so sensitive and so individual, each of those journeys, that we don't know where to go with it from this, but we need to talk about it.
Yeah.
We've got to talk about it to find what we can do to prevent it, what we can do to support those people on their journey. And in comes Promato as a valuable substance, a valuable supplement in that journey. But I think what's critical is supporting your body's own immune system. You know, where we stand as Value Added Life is to help the bodies get back into balance and help provide those raw materials for the body's immune system to fight whatever it is you're fighting.
And how does it Promato then different from any other self-support supplement that is out there in the market?
Okay, so let's unpack that a little bit with regards to the two key ingredients and what their functions are. The two pillars of our product being the ellagic acid, which helps remove the dead cells naturally through the process of apoptosis, helps stop the growth of tumors and cancer cells by angiogenesis, or interfering with angiogenesis, should I say, which is the body's or the tumor's way of creating new blood vessels, and it stops that food source for them and starves the mutated cancer cells. And then the lycopene being that very, very powerful antioxidant that protects your healthy cells and the membranes and the DNA within the healthy cells, whilst this is happening with the ellagic acid and the prevention and telling the body naturally to stop the proliferation, stop the division. You get this dual function, and it helps to support. And there's lots of science going on at the moment as to how they synergistically work with conventional treatments.
And now, speaking of conventional treatments and chemotherapy, if anyone is already on that journey, would it be safe to take Promato alongside, and how would it support them?
Look, I would always say consult your physician, and I don't want to interfere with what their journey is, because at the end of the day, when you get to a point of dealing with something as serious as cancer, you don't want to interfere with who they've decided to trust in that journey. Okay, so we don't want to stop that, but we want to say to them, listen, look at this. The science says that it does support that it enables tumors to be more effectively destroyed by the conventional radiation or chemotherapy treatments. But again, I would say, when you want to heal, you need to feel that trust. You need to be positive.
Who should be taking Promato?
We don't recommend it as a chronic supplement that you need daily. These nutrients are available in our diets today, still available in our diets today. And you get the lycopene from tomatoes and those red fruits. You get the ellagic acid from pomegranates and from certain nuts and berries. So as long as you have access to these foods, you should be getting sufficient quantities of those nutrients. But what happens is some people don't have enough access to that. You don't. You're going to be somewhere where you have to eat refined foods because it's all that you have available. In that case, I would recommend it to those people that know they're on a path of deficiency. Then you should supplement with it. And in particular, people who have potential or feel they have more potential through genetics or whatever to be on a possible journey towards cancer at a stage, or they feel that they're more susceptible, or I would definitely recommend it for them. And then people who are on a journey with cancer already, because it works so synergistically with allopathic or conventional is a better word, treatments for cancer. I would recommend it for people that are going and knowing that they're going to have excessive sun exposure for a period of time on a holiday to Cape Town or Durban in the summer. I would say that through that period, to have that additional support would be amazing. So this is where lycopene steps in. It's a very, very powerful antioxidant. And as you know, that sun exposure, it's creating all these free radicals in your body and creating that imbalance. And people that take this supplement while they're having this extreme sun exposure end up needing sunscreen less. They don't burn as much because those antioxidants are being, the free radicals being neutralized so fast.
What are some of those lifestyle changes that you would recommend someone really makes, especially if you're pre-cancerous or just a young person trying to look after yourself and make sure you don't fall into that state?
for starters, the basics. Let's go back to basics. Live healthy.
Yeah.
Nowadays, pollution, it's creating those that oxidative stress in the body, the chemicals, the pesticides that are in our foods. We think we're eating healthy. If we don't clean those pesticides off, we're activating all sorts of toxic load in the bodies and creating an imbalance of free radicals, which puts your body in a state of chronic inflammation.
Yes.
So if you can eat a balanced diet, make sure you avoid toxins and pollutants as much as you can. Be in the outdoors, be in nature, forest bathe, be all these things, that we don't even understand how it works 100%, but it does work.
The trick.
Yeah. It affects your mood, it affects your life. And again, we said that positiveness and that belief that you're on that healthy journey is gonna, trigger different hormones and different enzymes in the body.
Absolutely. Ryan, thank you so much for an incredibly insightful conversation. And if you want to know more about Promato and learn about it, please feel free to check out our website on valueaddedlife.com.